Okay, that's good. All right. All right. Cool. It took like 40. Took me 40 seconds to do that. All right. Spider-Man Unknown. This was the one of the topics I was asking for. I'm excited for this costume. About time, but I'm excited on Peter's new look. He looks like Tom Holland, and he looks younger than how he should in the game. They say Spider-Man PS4 Peter's 23. But in PS5 remastered, he looks like 15 or 16. Yeah, he does look younger. You know, it's kind of funny. I was on the Discord. I actually, you know what? I'm actually like that person's thing right here, right now, right now live, because they were like, oh yeah, it looks like. Why does it look like Mike? I just started chuckling. I like that's funny. But it probably just looks like Tom Holland. So yeah. We'll talk more about that. Honestly, we'll probably just jump right in and start talking about that because there is a lot of things I want to talk about. So I will do introductions and stuff, but it'll probably be spaced in between some of these discussions. I normally don't do this. I usually take like 10 minutes, just kind of talk to you guys, but there's a lot to talk about. Wolf Cool. Hey, Mike, what's up? Not much, man. What's up with you? What do you think about the Peter Parker change? I think it's weird. My brother, he told me. I asked him. I was like, Nathan, why do you think they changed the look? Because if you guys look at that little trailer they put out, Doc Ock looks the same. Doc Ock didn't change. He looks exactly the same as he did in the last trailer, but Peter looks completely different. His hair is combed a little bit like mine. He has got more of like a kind of like me, very like rounder face, not like kind of long and straight like that one was. So it looks different. And my brother was telling me, he's like, hey, they changed the actor. I'm like, why? The game was already finished. Why would they do that? So I was kind of confused. I didn't really understand it. I did see it. And yeah, it really does look very different. So I'm under the assumption that, they just, I don't know. I'm under the assumption they just wanted to make him look like Tom Holland. But at the same time, I don't know. I don't know why they changed it. It's very strange. Paul, Spider-Man is ruined. Why? Why is it ruined? Tio, Mike streams, eh? Well, that means to break from One Piece. What? Oh yeah, because I said I was gonna start watching that. Yeah. Savage Twain Jr. Yo, I actually started watching The Mandalorian. I watched 4 episodes. I like it so far. I would probably give it a solid like 9 out of 10 so far. I'm really liking it a lot. It takes its sweet ass time though, but it's a very good show. Which is probably the last good show I'll probably watch from Disney. Savage 20 Jr. Yo man, what's up? Tio, what's the topic exactly? Normally I put the main topic on the title screen, like the thumbnail, but we might jump around a bit. I know that you guys like to talk to me about Spider-Man a lot, so that's why I put Spider-Man on the cover. But there are some other things that I do want to talk about. That my brother actually he sent me like a bunch of ideas for things I could talk about today, and I would like to talk about some of those things. Was the Spider-Man thing, so I did want to kind of talk about that and get that off my chest here, because I know that would probably be the first thing you guys want to talk about is the Spider-Man thing. So wow, I didn't even have my mouse on. Cool. But all right, Spider-Man Unknown. I don't know why they make him younger. Yeah, he's supposed to be 23, and that's kind of stupid in my opinion. I prefer his original design. Honestly, sure, yeah. I mean, I'll say this: it's strange, but I don't really care because you guys already know I'm not gonna buy it. Like, I'm not buying it. Like, can I do this without? Yeah, I can't do it without Connor falling down, apparently. But no, I bought this game. $60 plus what, an extra 120 for the DLC and stuff. I put a lot of money into this game. I bought this day one when it came out. If I'm being honest, it was probably more for you guys. I wanted to play it for you guys. And that's what I did. I played it for you guys, and I'm glad I did. I had some fun moments. I had some rough moments. But overall, it was a good. It was a good thing. It was a good playlist we did. It was a good video. Good couple videos we did. It could have been better. And I mean the game, not my videos. I mean the game. The game could have been better. I had a lot of issues. I had issues with the way I had issues with the way MJ looked. I had issues with the way. Actually, no, I take that back. I did not have an issue with the way MJ looked. I had an issue with her job. I had an issue with Miles being in the game. I had an issue with Black Cat, Felicia Hardy. I had a problem with her outfit. I had some problems. I had some problems with this game, and probably more irritating problems than I have any other Spider-Man game, which does suck because this is a good game. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like a lot of people look at my rating of Spider-Man PS4 and they're like, "Oh, he doesn't really like it that much." I do, and if I'm being honest, I don't really anymore, and that's just simply because that I've played and beaten this game to death. I've platinumed this game. I've gotten all the trophies. I've played this game on every single save slot I have. And I probably just didn't finish the save slot I currently am doing. But the point is that I played the game. It's a good game. I platinumed it. I made sure that I 100%ed the whole game as far as trophies and the game itself. So, I'm not gonna lie and say it's a bad game. It's a good game. It has issues. Actually, you know what? I'm just gonna keep this right here. It doesn't really have to go. It doesn't, because if I put that up, I'm gonna have issues. But yeah, I have issues with the game, and that's not enough for me to want to buy the game again on PS5, let alone buy a PS5. Like, they think they can win me over by like, oh, we're gonna put the Amazing Spider-Man outfit in. No, and if I'm being honest, I feel bad for some people who really, really like the TASM series. I think I do have some people here who really like the TASM series, who really like the TASM outfit, and they don't even get that outfit unless they buy the remaster of the PS5. That's greedy. You want to talk about greedy? That's so much greed. So not only do they want you to buy the remaster of the game with Miles as like a DLC story pack, but then they also want you to buy a PS5 console. Get the fuck out of here. No, I'm not doing that. And if I do, it's going to be much later, and I'm not buying that game again. I'm not buying the remaster of the game. It's not happening. I mean, maybe if it's on sale, like if it's like $20, kind of like what they did with the Game of the Year edition that they put out, which was $20, which made me feel like I lost money, because I did. I lost a lot of money buying that game. Again, I mean, back then I didn't regret it, but these days I guess I kind of do. I kind of do regret it a little bit because, like I said, it's a good game. I just have a lot of issues with it. And that's a damn shame. And I did. I put a lot of my money in Insomniac. I was like, all right, guys, give me something good. They gave me some good stuff, but they also gave me a lot of bad stuff. So yeah, that's they gave me a mixed bag, and that's not good. So, all right, moving on. Tio, I love the thumbnail for this podcast. One of my favorite shots from The Amazing Spider-Man. The thumbnail that I used for this is actually from, I think it's from their Twitter. I think it was from Insomniac's Twitter, I think, or was it Sony's? But they put out like an image of the TASM suit in game. So it's in game because they announced that, oh yeah, Spider-Man PS Marvel Spider-Man on the PS5 remastered is going to have the Amazing Spider-Man outfit. And you can get that if you buy the whole game again, and if you buy a PS5. So you're putting what, $400-$600 into a console plus an extra $60 for Spider-Man along with that outfit with the same game you already got plus the Miles thing. That's not a good bargain. No, just no. Donald 14, I hate Peter's new face. He looks like a 15-year-old and I'm legit crying right now. Aw. I don't know. I mean, like I said, I don't really care because, I have this version of the game, so it doesn't really matter. But I don't know, man. Like I said, I will admit it's very strange that they changed his face. I don't understand why they did. Probably because they wanted to make it look next gen. And honestly, I saw the gameplay. The gameplay didn't really look that different. The environments didn't really look didn't really look to me any better. They looked the same. I didn't really care. It's fine. I mean, at least with, like, for example, The Last of Us. At least with The Last of Us, and to be fair, I did not buy The Last of Us until it was very, very cheap. However, again, you go back and you play the PS3 version of that game, and you go back and you play the PS4 version. The only good thing about playing it on the PS4 for The Last of Us, the first game, would be because you never have to really worry about the game. You never have to worry about, like, for example, your PS3, you wouldn't have to worry about the game like freezing like me. You wouldn't have to worry about the game because the PS3 is an old console, or your loading times would be faster. The game would feel better. It would run. I think it's running at. Is it running at 60 FPS? I don't know. It could be locked at 30. I think it could be locked at 30. I don't remember, but the point is that it runs better and it looks a little bit better on PS4. But the thing with The Last of Us Remastered is, honestly, it seemed a lot like it would be better if you were a new customer when you bought that game. Like, I never played The Last of Us. I bought the remastered version. So I got all the DLC. I got all the stuff with it. I got the whole package. But back then, again, they were squeezing the life out of you with that money, man. They were like, okay, here's the game. Now here's DLC. Give us some extra money. But then they go ahead and a few years later, they put out the remastered edition. And this is kind of one of my biggest criticisms with the remastered edition, because number one, you have to buy a PS5 version of the game. You cannot, just put your disc in and just play the game. But that's not how this works, which kind of sucks. Another thing that sucks is that, again, that all the extra content in the game makes me feel like I wasted my whole money. Just it feels like a waste of money because of the fact that they put out a remaster, what, a year or two after the game came out. That's kind of greedy. And then you want me to buy the next console and everything? Yeah, that kind of puts me off, man, real bad. All right. Oh boy. Spider-Man Unknown, I'm still gonna get it on PS5 because I love Spider-Man, but Peter New looks younger and I hate it. He looks like Tom. Then don't buy it. Like, listen, I know you're young and you have to talk to your mom and you're like, hey mom, I want to get this console, or I want to get this, I want to get that. That's fine, but I don't recommend getting the PS5. I feel like you're gonna get screwed over. I feel like this is kind of going. I feel like that we're going back to the era where Xbox is going to come back on top, and then the PS5 is going to sink because PS5 is getting greedy. They are putting out a remaster of a game that literally came out 2 years ago. Reminds me of another game. They are. I'll be honest. I don't really like their new exclusives. The only ones I really am interested in is probably God of War, and that's about it. So yeah, man, I'm not excited, and I'm not excited for the next Spider-Man stuff. I'm not happy. They're gonna push Miles. They already are pushing Miles. If you get that Spider-Man game, you're gonna have the Miles thing with it. So that it's official. That official means that it's DLC, and it's gonna be, well, I guess not DLC, but it's gonna be in the game. So when you get the disc, you're gonna have it all in the disc. So take that as you would. Tio, when you say they want to make him look more like Tom Holland, you want to say they make him bad? Not bad, but I would just say that's just what they're. I'm just calling it how I see it. I'm just calling it how I see it. They see that he looks younger. I see that he looks a lot like Tom Holland. I see a lot of people trying to say he looks like me on the Discord, which I find hilarious, and I find, again, very, very heartwarming to hear. But again, that's what it looks like. I'm gonna take a second to pull up my blinds. I should have done this before, but just get more light in the room. So give me a minute. Just give me a minute. All right. There we go. Got more light in here. Until the sun starts going down, of course. Then I'll have to turn that back on. All right. Actually, I'll actually go put this back then. Okay, sure. Get my Connor back up here. Got like my little toy Connor. Assassin's Creed. I actually bought the steel case for that game. I bought the where is it? Bought the steel case, man. America. All right. Oh, jeez. I messed it up. I shouldn't have done that. I messed it up. My dog's gonna bark at Nathan. That's good. It's good to know. Come on, just work with me. Come on, you weirdo. There we go. I gotta get used to that thing still. But yeah, no, I'm not saying that them making him look like Tom Holland is bad. I'm just saying that it is strange because he does. He looks a little bit like him now because of his hairstyle and his chin and he does look a little different. All right. Comic Book King, hey Mike, what's up? Not much, man. What's up with you? Down Thunder 14. Now Peter looks younger than Miles, Felicia, MJ. This is giving me ultimate universe vibes, but this time Miles and MJ being older. Oh, geez. Well, honestly, we didn't even see MJ yet, so maybe they didn't. They made MJ look, more attractive. That would be smarter. But they probably didn't. They probably just kept her the same, and a lot of people are saying they made Miles look older. I don't know, and now it is raining outside. Tio, no, wait, no, you said you would watch Naruto, and I'm watching One Piece. Ah, okay, yeah, I said I was gonna watch that, yeah. Jedi Prime, I'm glad that they got the Amazing Spider-Man costumes, but I'm pretty mixed and confused about the Peter change, although a lot of my Instagram followers are pretty mad and furious about it. Really? Glad that they got the Amazing Spider-Man costume, but I'm pretty confused about the Peter change. Yeah, they're mad. They're probably mad because of, again, like I said, how much money they have to put down just to have that outfit. Because it's mean. It is. It's really mean. Like a lot. Those people won't even be able to. Like, let's say maybe you don't have the money. Let's say maybe you just can't afford a PS5. Well, then you can't get that outfit for a game that you really like. That really sucks. You know what I mean? Like, it's mean. It's really, really mean. Tio, I watched the Little Nightmare stream from last Friday. Yeah, how'd you enjoy that? Honestly, for me, the last Little Nightmares video I did was a little boring. I'm sorry. I should have told you that I should have told you that I was streaming. It's just, yeah, again, I didn't get the notification on my Discord. I don't know why. I didn't get it. But I did see that you asked about when I was going to do it. Tio, I have to say interesting. Yeah. Hey, why didn't we have the birthday stream this year? The birthday stream this year. Oh, yeah. Did I not? I didn't do a birthday stream this year. I must have forgot. Maybe I can do that next time for my 23rd birthday. Spider-Man Unknown. Spider-Man PS4 was a great Spider-Man game. Best one. Okay. I'm not going to even finish that sentence because I don't agree with that. Mecha covers. I'm a huge Spider-Man fan. Do you read any more comics besides him? Yes, I have a collection. I read Superman, I read Ghost Rider, I read Batman, I read some X-Men, not a lot though. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I didn't really read any of the Avengers stuff or Justice League stuff. Tio, would you say Spider-Man PS4 is better than Spider-Man 2? No. No. As far as gameplay mechanics go, how fun it is to feel and swing around as Spider-Man, the web slinging in general, and combat, I just prefer Spider-Man 2 over the Spider-Man PS4 game just simply because the gameplay and the web slinging is so much better to me. I love all the little side stuff. I haven't even completed all the side stuff. There's a bunch of little challenges that they do test you, and it's cool. I'm having fun. Plus I love Spider-Man 2. I guess there is that bias of, oh yeah, you love Spider-Man 2 the movie. It's like your favorite movie. That's probably why you love the game so much. But once I get past all that, again, the gameplay in general and the web slinging is so much better to me, and I love the feeling of total freedom I have. Again, it's like a Grand Theft Auto game. You get that full city of freedom, the web sling. You get to web sling so fast. There's so many tricks you can do. You can run on the walls. You can basically do everything you can in the Spider-Man PS4 game, except a little bit faster and or more in your control. It's not auto. One of the biggest issues I have with Spider-Man PS4 is I can take my controller and I can just press and hold R2, and Spider-Man will just keep web slinging. He'll just keep web slinging. I'm not fucking around. Go ahead, try it. Press and hold R2 while holding the L stick, and then he's gonna web sling for you. That doesn't really feel like fun, does it? Another thing I will say is that he automatically jumps off his web. He never stays on his web. In Spider-Man 2, if I'm holding R2, guess what? Spider-Man's not getting off that web unless the web line breaks or I let go of that button. He's not letting go of the web unless I let go of the button or unless the web breaks, which is very realistic. So that's, again, another one of my issues in Spider-Man PS4. Automatic web slinging, you just press and hold that button, and he lets go of it for you. You barely have any control of it. Like the only thing I will say about Spider-Man PS4 that I like a lot more than I do in a lot of other Spider-Man games is the web zip. The web zip is the best it has ever been. I will admit that the web zipping is the best it has ever been. That is perfect. The web zipping is perfect. They did a great job with that. However, that is one of the very few things I can really give it anything credit for, because it's one of the only new things that they did. One of the other new things they did, which was really cool, was they gave you the camera. When you're web slinging, you could press a button and then you'll go into like a camera mode, and then like time will slow down for you to take a picture, And then that was really fun. That was really cool. That was really creative way of doing the photos. Um, but yeah, man. I mean, that's kind of one of the big two things that I really appreciated that game for what it did. But other than that, nothing else I can really say. Nothing else I can really say. The combat felt very similar to Arkham games and other Spider-Man games I played before. The web slinging did not feel great. I had a lot of issues. The story was fine. I had some issues with characters though. Again, I can keep going on and on and on about this, but I'm going to leave it there. But so let's just keep moving. Down to Thunder 14. What sucks is that Peter's face is going to continue to look like that for the sequel. Yeah. Maybe this goes back to what my brother said about them changing the actor, which is very strange. Very, very strange. I had no idea what happened. Tio, what's the TASM series? The TASM series is the Amazing Spider-Man movies. It's the Amazing Spider-Man 1 and 2. It's just the movies. People call it the TASM series. It's short for the Amazing Spider-Man. So there you go. Mekhi covers. It means that the Amazing Spider-Man movies. Okay. But yeah, yes. Tio, why not just say Mark Webb movies? That's a good point. You bring up a good point. I guess people just like saying TASM because it's shorter. People like saying anything that's shorter, you know. Like at least for me, at least for like where I'm from. Savage 20 Jr. My opinion about the show Mandalorian, I criticized it because too nice and a little bit overrated. Sure. I will admit that there are some moments where I'm like, I'm kind of bored, or there are moments where I'm like, the plot's kind of taking a while to get going, which made me kind of put it at like an 8 or like a 9. But I think it's a decent show. I didn't finish watching it. I only watched 4 episodes, so you have to take it with that grain of salt too. Tio, well the guy that I watched for The Last of Us 2 stopped playing the game like 2 months ago because he hated what was happening. So I still don't know what happens in the game. You could watch the Rad Brad play it. I love the Rad Brad. He beat the whole game. He had a lot of issues with the game, but he did. He ended up making a review, which he's never done before, which is very interesting to watch. Because again, there's so many mixed emotions with that game for him and for a lot of other people. Because a lot of people said when it came to The Last of Us 2, they said gameplay was solid. It was an improvement from the first game, but the story took a huge nosedive into oblivion. I never bought the game, but I did watch the whole game. There are a lot of issues with it, and I have a lot of issues with it. I'm surprised you had a guy that stopped playing the game. I probably would have too. Because, yeah, man, it was a damn shame of what happened with that game and with that series. We'll never forgive Neil Druckmann for that. I want that man fired. I want that man out. He should never be allowed to ever create another story again. He should never be allowed to again. Like he just ruined it. He ruined that whole thing. Why would you do that to Joel? Like Joel was, what's crazy is I looked at Joel a lot like a father figure because you're supposed to look at Joel as a father figure, I feel like, because you see him lose his daughter at the beginning of the first game. And then you see him, with Ellie and their relationship and the way that builds. He's teaching her, but at the same time, also in a weird way, teaching you. So that's what I looked at it and saw it as. I looked at it as like kind of like a father figure, not just for Ellie, but for me, kind of. And that's kind of what I liked about Joel. But then they just murdered Joel in the most stupidest way possible. And I got mad, man. I got mad. I mean, when I first saw the scene, because my brother showed me, I think I told you guys this, but my brother showed me, and I was like, yeah, well, What do you expect me to do? Cry? Like, I'm not gonna cry. It's not like a real person. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm upset that that happened, and I do wish that it would have been different, but it is what it is. That's what they decided to do, and they're proud of it, and it's kind of annoying. They think that, oh, it's a good thing. No, 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 no. When your audience is sitting there in almost perfect unison saying that this fucking story was awful and those were one of the reasons why, you got a real problem here. So I don't know. I ain't got much else to add to that. Ethan Blackwell. I think some people aren't going to get Miles, so they attached the Spider-Man PS4 to sell it a bit better. Yeah, you're probably right. You're probably right. Sean Franklin, hey man, what's up? Wolf Cool. They just recasted the actor in the yeah, they did. So that is confirmed. They did. They recasted the actor in the remaster. Wow. Why though? That is so weird. Doesn't that mean they would have to re-mocap him? I don't understand. That sounds like busy work. This is what awesome looks like. Web of Shadows. Oh yeah, Web of Shadows was good too. Amazing Spider-Man better than MC Spider-Man. Yeah, we know that. All right, let me Wolf Cool, do you know that Web of Shadows almost got a sequel, Spider-Man Classics? It was going to have Carnage and Mysterio as the villains, but it was canned before even Shaba Games had to close their stores. That sucks. I didn't know that they were going to do a sequel. I don't even know how you could do a sequel. I'm assuming that it would be based off of the ending of the first game, of the good ending. Because if you guys remember the evil ending, shit goes south, man. Spider-Man becomes a bad guy. Spider-Man fucking has symbiote Black Cat as his girlfriend. They had symbiote Wolverine coming after him. It was all bad. It was all bad. Jedi Prime, what was your experience with the Star Wars prequels? My experience was very positive. I really liked the Phantom Menace. I really liked the third movie. I didn't really remember the second one that well when I was younger. I did rewatch the movie, and I can see why I forgot about it. But no, when I was younger, my experience was very positive of those prequels. Ethan Blackwell, what do you think is the best Spider-Man game? Spider-Man 2. I didn't even have to hesitate. I just said it. Spider-Man 2, Comic Book King, not to mention that the wall crawling is better in Spider-Man 2 because I heard some people had issues with the wall crawling in Spider-Man. Yes, Spider-Man PS4, wall crawling. Not that great. Not that great. Because in Spider-Man 2, you can press the sprint button. He just starts like climbing like this. He starts like going up. But you could go slow too, and you needed to go a little slower, but you go fast. Or you could like press and hold X, and then you would let go. And then if you press circle while he's running up the wall and holding L2, he would just start sprinting up the wall. And then you could keep doing that. You could keep pressing and holding X, and then jump up, and then keep running up the wall. That's you being active as a player. You're actively making Spider-Man run up the wall. You're actively controlling him. You're actively because guess what? Gravity works, and if you don't do that, he's gonna bounce off the wall because guess what's gonna happen? He's gonna run out of momentum when he's running up the wall. That's very realistic. That's very cool. The way they did Spider-Man 2 is so much better. No, don't get me wrong. It's really cool in Spider-Man PS4 where you could run up the wall without having to worry about doing that, and then you could like web do like a little cool web zip on the corner of the thing, and then like kind of jump over it, which is cool. But again, it's all about control. It's all about the feeling of how much control do you really have over Spider-Man. And it really didn't feel like a lot in the PS4 version. It just felt very hold my handy, very guided, very safe is the best word for it. Very safe game. Spider-Man Web of Shadows, and this game came after Spider-Man 2, was a very good game. They improved a lot, of course, off of Spider-Man 2. At the same time, they did make some mistakes. But one of their biggest things that I think I really liked about that game was the combat enhancements and the story. The web slinging was a bit janky, but it was still kind of fun once you fully upgraded your web sling, and then you could just you could take your web slinging, and then you could on my Xbox 360, when I play Web of Shadows, I can go so fast. I can basically zip across the map in less than 2 minutes. Okay, in less than a minute almost. I can be more than halfway across the map by then. I can go so fast that my Xbox just freezes, and it's wait, we have to load in the rest of the map on the other side of the game. Because you can go so fast in Web of Shadows when you finally get that last upgrade. It's wow. they made you go so fast that you can break the game almost. That's just so funny. If the Xbox can handle it, it's wow, okay, we gotta load the game still. So then I'd be frozen in midair until the game decides to let me keep going, which I find funny. Wolf Cool, Spider-Man PS4 is my favorite Spider-Man game. All right, it's 2. Ethan Blackwell, they said that the Web of Shadow swinging is going to feel more more real on PS5. Plus, they will go faster. Yeah, that's a lie. That's a straight up lie. Spider-Man, I don't know. I know getting it on PS5 still why, because I love Spider-Man. Spider-Man PS4 is okay. I'm not saying it. I don't even care if I'm reading it. T.O. Rad Brad? Okay, sure. What do you mean, okay, sure? I love the Rad Brad. Crystal X, oof. There's no point of making a remaster of Spider-Man PS4. Yeah, there is no point. Where's Spider-Man 2? Then we'll talk. Wolf Cool, the PS5 remaster of Spider-Man is Ben Jordan. What? Tio, the guy is 8-Bit Ryan on his... Really? 8-Bit Ryan quit? The guy is 8-Bit Ryan on his every video. Ask him, is he ever going to go back to the game? Because I hate starting a game with one player and I just switch in the middle of the game. Sure. Oh, man, he did? 8-Bit Ryan quit? I thought he finished it. Are you sure? Are you sure? He quit it, really? Ethan Blackwell, I don't mind Joel's death because he's more realistic. It's more realistic, he's not a superhero. He isn't insatiable, and I like how they showed that. Yeah, but at the same time, it was dumb how he got to that point in the first place. It doesn't... I hate it. Don't get me wrong. Don't he's, of course, he's a normal man. He can die from normal means. I'm not saying that's fuck you. What are you talking about? All right, I'm sorry. No. That death was disgusting. That death was unnecessarily brutal. That the events that led up to his death in that game were completely fucking stupid, and I hate it for that. I hate that it made Joel look like an idiot. I hate that it contradicts itself, because in the flashbacks you see him always telling Ellie, oh, you gotta be careful, Ellie. You gotta wear the mask, Ellie. You can't slip up. He was so fucking protective and so fucking smart. He would never fall into that situation. And then earlier, there's another flashback with Ellie at the stupid dance, and then Joel, the little dance scene. But Jesse's talking to Ellie. He's He's like, oh yeah, Joel was bothering me about my patrol routes. He's like, okay, don't go there, don't go there, do this, do that. Because Joel is incredibly smart. He's been alive for so long in this universe, in this post-apocalyptic world. There is no reason why he should have died because of what happened. The way he died was so dumb. There is no way that would happen to Joel. There's no way that would happen to Joel without him realizing how serious of a situation that he is in, let alone the amount of people that he has killed in the last game. Okay? So he probably made a shit ton of enemies. So there's no reason why he fell for that trap. It's dumb. It's fucking dumb. And they contradict themselves constantly in the game of how Joel really was versus how dumb he was in those 5 fucking minutes. I'm done with that argument. Crystal Oaf, I don't want to pay $70 for the game, especially for 3 new suits, platinum the whole game, and I have to platinum it again. Hell no. Yeah, I'm not doing that either. Tio, and I don't get why you don't like the last stream when you played Little Nightmares and then you spent like 20 minutes on the floorboard. And just for the record, the guy in the water is called the Granny. Oh, okay. Well, I also spent a lot of time talking, so it could have been better, you know. Plus, I felt like an idiot that all I had to do was stand on the floorboard and then just like run up the thing and jump on the doorknob. It's like common fucking sense. It's like, Michael, do you not know common sense? I thought I was supposed to like put something on it so I could do that. I didn't know I had to just jump on it, run up the thing, jump on the door, and then voila. So yeah, I guess I got a little mad at myself. Spider-Man, you can just run up the wall in Spider-Man PS4. Yeah, you can just run up the wall in Spider-Man PS4. If you're just on the wall, if you press and hold R2, you start running up the wall nonstop. Kenzie subs. Hi, Mike. What's up? Just got here. Not much, man. We're just talking about the Spider-Man PS5 remaster thing. Jedi Prime, do you remember liking the original Ben 10 series and its sequel, Alien Force? Yes. The original Ben 10 series was one of my favorite cartoon shows when I was a kid. I got the Omnitrix and everything. I was a big nerd with that. But when they did Alien Force, I started to opt out. So I mean, I did not fully watch Alien Force, but I did fully watch Ben 10, the original, and I really loved it. But Alien Force was not bad, but I don't know. It just kind of like, I don't know. Him as a teenager, I don't know. I think that's what it was. It was him as a teenager. Had to plug my computer in. But no, the thing is that, you know, I've seen him as a grown adult, which I thought was cool in the original Ben 10 show. There was a scene where they go in the future and they see him as like an adult, which was cool. But Alien Force was, I don't know. I think it was a lot of drama. I think one of my biggest issues with Alien Force was it felt a lot like a teen drama, and that's what kind of pulled me out of it. And that's probably why I didn't really watch it. But it was not bad. It was not bad. It was good. Because then there were some cool stuff in there. It's just, you know, I just kind of opt out. So I don't even really remember how that ended. But I love the original Ben 10. I really, really do. Spider-Man PS4 didn't make you hold your hand when I played it and played it 6 times. Yeah, I played it about 6 times too, and the more and more I played the game, the more and more I started to get mad. Crystal, if you have to platinum to get the Amazing Spider-Man suit. What? Are you lying? Did they add? Okay. Are you sure? Are you talking about on the PS5? Or are you talking about PS4? Hold on 1 minute. I gotta check and see if there are updates. Do-do-do-do-do. I'm just like, what? What are you talking about? Spider-Man, Spider-Man. No, they don't. No, they don't. That must be on the PS5. Fuck. I bet you're. So I'm assuming you're talking about the PS5. Well, cool. Batman Begins game or Superman Returns game or Spider-Man 2 game. Spider-Man 2 game. I'm not even gonna hesitate and say. Savage Twain Jr., are you getting the PS5? Are you getting the holiday season? No, I'm not. I'm just gonna stick with my computer. I'm not getting an Xbox or a PS5. My brother wants to get an Xbox. I don't want to. But if he gets an Xbox, then I'll probably just play on Xbox. Yeah, I'm not reading that, asshole. All right. Where am I? Tio, bro, this is the first time I ever heard for Rad Brad. I don't know what to say. Oh, you gotta check out Rad Brad, man, and especially his older videos. I love his older videos. I will admit he's a little bit more tamed, and that's because he's trying to make sure he can make enough money on YouTube for his daughter and stuff, and his wife. That's great, but I do miss when he used to be very extreme, kind of like me, except I'm more. I don't really care. I'll never care probably about that. But no, the Rad Brad is really cool, man. Really cool dude. I really like him. He inspired me to do the YouTube thing. He's one of my inspirations. So if you want, you can check him out. You don't have to. You can just do what you gotta do. But I recommend the Rad Brad. I think he's a cool guy. Tio, no, I'm sure I checked Ryan's last video on the game was 3 months ago, and it was only 4 parts. Really? Wow. That's crazy. I can't believe someone actually did. I kind of respect that, actually. I can't believe someone actually went ahead and actually said, yeah, I'm done. It's crazy. Combo King, I also think the web slinging sound effects is a lot better than Super PS4 sound effects. Same with the combat effects, because the combat sound effects hold more impact. Yeah, the sound too when you hit someone or when you're web slinging. Sound effects also are very important. Oh, for fuck's sake. Ethan Blackwell, okay, I get what you're saying about Joel, but why would he stay outside with thousands of clickers after him? Also, Abby didn't even know it was Joel until she knew him for 10 minutes. Okay, but the problem was Tommy was like, oh yeah, I'm Tommy. This is Joel. No, why would they ever do that? They've both survived for years. Why would they ever just give their names away? That's what I'm trying to say. There's no reason why she should have found out his name the way she did. I don't know. Maybe if I don't know, maybe they go to Jackson, right? Maybe they go to Jackson. Maybe they hear who his name is via someone else, someone who's not Tommy. Then maybe I could see, and then maybe they torch Jackson, and then everyone's pissed, and then everyone's hunting this group. So then it's not just Ellie anymore. It's a group of people after these fuckers. it could have been way more better and bigger than what it was. It was so petty and so like, oh, it's all about me, all about my revenge. When in reality, it was so boring, cliche, and melodramatic that I don't know. I just couldn't get behind it, man. It just ugh. And then don't even get me started with the relationship between Ellie and Dina. That relationship was so fucking forced. It's not even funny. That did not even feel legit. Okay, my mom has made me sit through enough fucking One Tree Hill to realize that that is not a good how you get into a relationship type of thing. Ah, Jesus. All right, Sperm Unknown, I need you to not be fighting with Kenzie Subs over here, okay? Like, I'm so sick and tired of this. Like, you two go at it a lot, and I think it's because that, you know, everyone can visually see on my face how much that you annoy me sometimes, and then Kenzie Subs comes in, he's like, he tells you off, and you know, part of me wants to say, hey man, relax, but at the same time, you piss me off when you say things like that. Don't get me wrong, okay, I've said this before, I'll say it again. You can like Spearman PS4, that can be your favorite game, I'm not saying it's not, but then you want to keep going. Then you want to say, oh, Spider-Man 2 is overrated. No. Okay, now you're just trying to make me mad. Now, I don't understand why this always has to be a fight. How about we avoid talking about it then? Like, I wasn't trying to make this conversation about, which game's better. No, this conversation was supposed to be about the remaster of this game and about how annoying it is or how good it would be. Okay, this is supposed to be a discussion about this. Instead, you guys want to bicker and argue about this stupid shit. Like, this is dumb. This makes me want to put you both on timeout. And I have the power to do that. I fucking do. So don't. All right, let's move on now. Kenzie Subs, Mike, did you see the debate yesterday? What a disaster, LOL. Yeah, the debate yesterday was very messy. And you know what? That is one of the things I want to talk about today. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to say what I have to say about it. Because it's been on my mind. It's been on my mind since last night. So last night there was a debate between Trump and Joe Biden. And I watched it. I watched the whole thing. I kind of, when it first started, I was kind of excited because I was like, I can't believe this is happening. But then something happened. I didn't expect to happen. Biden came out swinging. Like, both of them came out swinging. They both had figuratively fucking spiked bats, and they were hitting pretty hard. And the moderator was kind of a dick, but at the same time, Trump was a bit too forceful. I would say that one of the biggest issues was there was so much heat in that room that night. Like it was basically 3 people arguing. It was kind of funny, but at the same time kind of worrying and annoying because like every time that Biden would start talking, Trump would kind of like start talking over him. And vice versa. Joe Biden did that sometimes. But when Trump kept doing it, I was like, man, it got to a point where I was like, man, stop. Like, dude, stop. Like, you're making yourself look bad here. Like I was annoyed because there was examples and there was moments in this debate where when Trump was silent and then he waited for Biden to finish what he was saying, and then when he said when he started talking, then he actually started hitting really hard. I think his biggest issue was the constant talk over, the constant him keep trying to talk over everyone in the room. I was a little bit annoyed that that the guy, the moderator, he did feel like he was on Biden's side a bit. At the same time, Trump was kind of pushing the rules a bit. Like I kind of felt a little annoyed by that. I was like, man, just follow the rules. Like it's not hard. So I don't know. I agree with what some people are saying that nobody won this debate. I agree. At the same time, I think both sides, especially Trump's side, make good arguments. At the same time, and there were moments when both of them were slipping up. There were moments when both of them kind of tripped up a bit. Does that change who I'm voting for and what my opinion is on everything? No. I would say that the debate last night didn't go anywhere. I think that it was like a warm up. I think it was them just trying to get used to the whole thing with each other and get used to the whole debating. At the same time, that was a cutthroat debate. It was basically just people. It was a slap fest. It was just people slapping each other as hard as they can, and that's what I took away from it. It was just a slap fest. That's all it was, which kind of sucks because again, people were talking over everyone so much that it was so hard. It was so hard to keep track of everything. It was so hard to stay on topics because they both kept swinging at each other, man. They both kept going at each other. And the moderator kept coming in. I was like, oh my gosh, this is never going to go anywhere. But, and it did not go anywhere. I mean, we did a few times, but not as much as we would like to. But, all right. Well, I don't really got much to say about that. I it was a very cutthroaty debate. That's all I'll say about it. And no one really won, I feel like. I felt like it kind of ended in a stalemate, honestly. But yeah, I don't really got anything else to say about that. Crystal, oof, I'm not joking. On the PS5 version, you have to platinum it. Really? To get the Amazing Spider-Man outfit. That's confirmed? You gotta do that on the PS5 version? Wow. That's even more dickish. So not only will you not have this outfit until you beat the game, but not until you platinum it, like trophy-wise. That's bullshit. That's mean. Jedi Prime, I love the fact that in Web of Shadows, where you could fight enemies while you stick to walls. Ah, yes, that was a very cool thing too. Yeah, the wall fight, yes. That was a big highlight from Web of Shadows, the ability to stay on the wall and keep fighting as you're on the wall. That was really cool. That was really cool. That was one of the highlights of that game, yeah. Wolf Cool, Mike will be a PC gamer. Yeah, pretty much, yeah. I'm kind of trying to get into it, and I'm very easily getting into it, actually. I'm really liking the PC and everything. Really am. Tio, is there going to be another Batman Arkham game? Because I am really getting into them because of High Tops. Probably not. So you'll probably just get Batman Arkham Origins and Arkham Asylum and Arkham Knight, or Arkham City and then Arkham Knight. And then I guess Arkham Blackgate, Arkham Origins Blackgate, if you want to get like a 2DS game. But no, I think the Arkham games are pretty much done. They ended that series. So yeah, it helps your wallet, I guess. Wolf Cool, will you stream Web of Shadows on the PC with mods? If I could fucking find Web of Shadows on the PC, like I gotta find Web of Shadows. Like it's not on Steam. I mean, the only way to get the game was I would probably have to do something a little, I'm not gonna say illegal, but I'm not gonna say legal either to get the game, because it's not on Steam. And if I could get it on Steam, or if I could get the game somewhere, and if I could get Web of Shadows on here and I could run the game, I would play the game for you guys. But that's going to take me time. I'd have to look for it. I have to see where I could find it, and things like that. Word on the street is that the Metal Gear games, Metal Gear Solid, Metal Gear Solid 2, they're going to come to the PC I think they are, or they did, but they're gonna come, and I want to do Metal Gear Solid 1. I really do want to show you guys that game. So if they do that, that'd be awesome. Word on the street is they're also going to remake that game too. So that would be kind of cool. All right, here we go. We're about to get into it, guys. Prepare yourselves. Spider-Man, don't call me an asshole, Mike. I was joking. D, you want me to call you an asshole for giving Spider-Man PS4 a 7 out of 10? What do you care that I gave Spider-Man PS4 7 out of 10? That's me being generous, okay? And that was what the rating was. Spider-Man PS4 is a good game. A 7 out of 10 is a good score. It is not perfect. It has problems. If it's your favorite game, cool. I'm happy for you. But it's not mine. So if you want to keep coming at me just simply because I did not like the game as much as you, then we have a fucking problem. And that's where I'm at. If you keep fucking coming at me with this shit, I'm done. I can fucking put you on timeout anytime I want. I am trying to be nice. I'm trying to let you talk. At the same time, you do. You come at me very hard, Spider-Man Unknown. You come at me very hard, and you always have something shitty to say. You always got something shitty to say, either to me or about something that I like, or vice versa. And this keeps going, and I hate it. I hate this. And Kenty Subs is getting sick of it because I'm getting sick of it. We're all getting sick of it. Meanwhile, everyone else is talking to me about other things. So I would appreciate it if and it's not, listen, I get it. You know, I used to get called an asshole all the time. You know, my mom had a boyfriend one time, and he used to call me an asshole all the time. And I got very mad. I got mad when mom called me that. I got mad when he called me that. So I kind of get how you're feeling right now about me calling you an asshole. However, it's not that I'm trying to call you that. My point is that you need to relax. Okay, you take so much of what I'm saying so literal and so fucking that sometimes it's very hard to talk to you sometimes, and it's very hard for me to just tell you something, because then you're like a little kid who asks why, like a 4-year-old, like why, like I already explained it to you. I'm gonna leave it there. I'm gonna let it go. Please be respectful to each other. Please stop, or I will put some people on timeout. I have the power to do so, and I will, because I don't want to have to sit here and stop the stream. It has been an hour. I don't want to stop the stream and start punishing people just simply because they're being mean to each other. Okay? It's not what we're doing here. And again, Kenty Subs, I get what he's doing. I love him. I appreciate him. He's coming in. He's defending me because you keep coming at me. However, I don't feel like I need to be defended, because when you do get under my skin, I can and do sometimes ignore you, because you do annoy me sometimes. I'm going to be honest. You do. That's a damn shame, but it's true. And that's all I have to say. I'm going to leave it there. Let's move on. Be respectful, or I'm going to put you on timeout. That's what's going to happen. The day I do that is the day that I become a parent. Wolf Cool, have you ever played Batman Dark Tomorrow? Oh, no, I've never played Batman Dark Tomorrow. I've seen people play it, but man, I've heard people talk so much crap about it. I've seen some gameplay. I've heard it's kind of bad. It's kind of janky, but yeah, I don't got much else to say about it. Tio, I am still hoping Ryan is just taking a long break from The Last of Us 2 and that he's still going to continue it. I refuse to believe he stopped playing until he answers my comments. Well, the difference is, Ryan, Tio, is that he's a bigger YouTuber than me. He's not like me, where I talk to almost every single one of you guys. And honestly, when you get that big, it's very hard to want to talk to everybody or reply to everybody. I don't know if you ever gotten any replies from him in the past, but I wouldn't hold your breath. I would not. if I was to assume, he probably is done with the game. Because when a YouTuber stops playing a game for months, it's very highly, most likely possible that they're done. That they're done that they're done playing the game. So yeah, I don't got much else to say about that. Ethan Blackwell. So that's Tommy's fault, not Joel's. It's been shown that Tommy is more weak than Joel. Was very wary when they got to the cabin. Again, why would Tommy do that? Tommy's not an idiot. But they didn't want to get to town. They just wanted Joel. That's why they didn't kill Ellie or Tommy. Well, I bet they regretted it, didn't they? And what's the point of keeping them alive? Why would you keep people alive that are going to come back and kill you? If Ellie is tied up and she's like, I'm going to fucking kill you, maybe kill her. I'm just saying, like, there was vengeance in those eyes when Joel was murdered. Like, those were vengeance eyes. Like, she meant it at that moment. So again, if someone is like, I'm gonna kill you, and you got them tied up, maybe you should bang. I'm just saying. Oh boy, here we go again. Sperm Unknown, Kenzie Sub started it. See, that's such a childish thing to say. It doesn't matter. Kenzie Sub, sorry, Mike, I'm trying to help you out. LOL. Yeah, I know you are, and I appreciate that. I really, really do. And I am. I'm pissed off that Spider-Man Unknown does not understand. He's not. You didn't even apologize. How come he's the first one to apologize to me and not you? Because he started it? That's your excuse? It is kind of funny. I do expect some of you guys will not always get along. I expect that some of you guys will have issues. But this has got to stop, this little argument going on here. Tio, can you guys see my comments? Because I can't, like, at all. What the F? No, I see your comments. And I can also see other people's comments. Yeah, we see your comments. Kenzie Subs, I was just trying to help you out with Spidey Unknown. Again, I appreciate that, and I really appreciate the help, and I really, really do. And part of me really likes it. I think that and it's not just you. There have been other people who have popped in and are like, kind of talk to him a bit, and I like that. I appreciate that. It helps me kind of take a break from him, but it's hard. It's hard for me to figure out exactly what to do with this because, it is frustrating. Kenzie Subs, I was Wolf Cool and Spider-Man PS5, everyone has to play the game all over again. Yeah, that too. T.O. and it is confirmed. You can see the comments, but I can't. It's always something with me in these podcasts. Fuck. Kenzie Subs, yes, my Web of Shadows is on Windows. It says Windows? Oh, yeah, because there's a PC version with the disc, right? But I don't have a disc tray. Fuck. Crown One. Why everybody's making Mike mad for no reason? Yeah, I know, right? Jeez. Tio, did you say your mom called you an asshole? Okay, look, let's just say that what I just brought up was not a good memory, was not a good year. Well, it was at school, thankfully, but not at home. I'm not going to get into it. That was a very rough, let's just say that was a very rough and very controversial point in my life. When I first started YouTube. So I don't really want to get into that. It's kind of personal, but and to this day, I still have issues with my mother's ex-boyfriend. I still to this day want to punch that fucker in the face. I still to this day. And it's kind of funny. I remember I don't want to get into it that much, but let's just say there's still some hot water between me and that guy. Still some hot water. That fucker called me small too. He was just a complete jerk. I hated that guy so much. My mom did her best to keep him away from me, but at the same time, I just fucking hated that guy's guts because we lived under the same roof for like a year. It was so bad. Don't worry, no hands were overthrown, but words were exchanged very frequently. Some weird guy behaved. Crystal Oof, I've heard they're adding the same face of Miles Morales. Rumor for now, but I'm just gonna wait for a couple years for PS5 because Spider-Man Remaster isn't worth my money for that shit. Yeah. Some weird guy. Why are you mad? Me or everyone else? Because I feel like there's a lot of there's a lot of tension in the air. Ethan Blackwell, how do you feel about the Spider-Man in the Avengers game? Well, I haven't seen him yet, but him being exclusive to the PS4/PS5, I guess makes sense. At the same time, that sucks for people who want to play Spider-Man, in the Avengers game. They won't get to unless they have a PS5 or PS4. Simon Cowell, you piss me off. Well, I piss off a lot of people. Join the club. Get in line. Jedi Prime, have you listened to any music from Skillet? Not recently, but I have listened to a few. I do like some of their music. Yeah. T.O. Rip Ryan's Last of Us 2 playthrough. Yeah. Simon Cowell, absolutely ridiculous. All right. Crystal Oof, to me, Last of Us 2 doesn't exist. Yeah, same. T.O. Oh, I just got all the comments at once. Nice. Kent subs. Mike, I watched a mashup of Joel's death. People couldn't even show emotion because it was so bad and quiet, LOL. Tio, never mind. They disappeared again. Well, shit. Smirno, he said I had issues. Yeah, and then you got all defensive. Why did you get all defensive if you don't have issues? I was joking when I said Spider-Man 2 is overrated, though. Yeah, but you have to remember, some people take that literally. And you have to remember, we're online, so a lot of people are very different. We have a lot of different people here, a lot of people with different opinions, different mindsets. So you're going to run into people who take you very literally just by things you say. To be honest, you do a thing where I can take you literally sometimes too, because you just kind of say things, and it's like, is he joking? Because sometimes it's very hard to tell. Tio, you don't have to answer that question about the asshole thing. Sorry if I stroke a nerve. It's not that you stroke a nerve. It's my fault, really, because, again, it's just something that, you try to bring it up as like an example or as like some type of lesson, but it doesn't go the way you think, and then people start asking you about it, and then you're like, oh, well, T.O. Here come the comments. Kenzie subs, Mike, I know it's none of my business, but if you or your mom got abused by this man, I'm so sorry. I wouldn't say abused. I would say just, well, maybe. I mean, I don't know. I mean, he really was a dickhead, especially after the first 6 months. So, I mean, like I said, no hands were thrown, but we did talk a lot of shit to each other. There was a lot of shit talking, and that's basically all I can really say about that. And I could get into it. It's just, I really don't want to. I don't think that's something I should really get into at all, because, when I go back and because there are times when my mom or I bring it up. We'll bring up the past about that year in our lives, and we have mixed feelings about it. Part of me was pissed off because I hated that man so much. My mom was mad at me because I was so fucking aggressive with it, and at the same time, she understood. So it was very hard because, again, it was very confusing too, because you didn't know. That was the first time in my life where I was very confused because I didn't know like what my mom was really thinking or what was going on in her head, and I don't think I'll ever really get the answer to that question. So yeah, I'm gonna just drop it. Ethan Blackwell, just apologize, bro, and we can move on. Apologize for what? Apologize for what? Are you talking about me? Talking to me, or are you talking to those guys? Because they're pretty much they're done. They just stopped fighting. It's fine now. Crystal Oof, I hope they don't add Gwen Stacy and Miles Morales game as Miles' girlfriend. My mind will break as if they do that. It'll just like I just go full rage mode. Spermanon, he hurt my feelings when he said that because I lost my 2 days. I lost my 2 days ago. What? TL, whoa, let's not go into abusing waters and let's just drop that subject. All right. Ethan Blackwell, I hope they give Miles a new unique love interest in the game or no love interest. I'll tell you what, if they do that, that would be better. That would be good because I think if they give Miles his own unique love interest, maybe I could start accepting him. Because as soon as they brought in the whole Miles and Gwen thing, that's when I kind of got mad. It's so weird because it's like I go to Target, for example, and I see a T-shirt that just has like Spider-Man and Gwen Stacy's Spider-Gwen on the shirt. It's like a kid's shirt, and I'm like, oh, that's cute, and because that's what I see too. I see Spider-Man, I see Peter and Gwen, or I see Peter and MJ, or I see Peter and Black Cat. But Miles and Gwen, it just feels like he's just stealing her away from him, and it's like, dude, you're basically coming on his dead girlfriend, who he probably most likely would have married if she didn't die. So again, it just rubs me the wrong way. Kenzie subs, Mike, am I the only one who loved the Vulture fight in Web of Shadows? So fun where was the Vulture fight in Homecoming where they were throwing hands in the air, LOL. Yeah, the fighting in the air. Yeah. I wanted them to be swinging through the city fighting in the air. Like, you didn't get that. And I was like, what? Like, come on, man. But you're right, that Vulture fight was pretty good in the Web of Shadows game. The constant in the air fighting, that was cool. That's how his fighting with Vulture should be in the air. That's so cool, man. Spermanon, even if I was serious, he said I had issues over an opinion. Ethan Blackwell, not you, Mike, the guys arguing. Yeah, okay. Tio, I really like Emma Stone's Gwen, and I actually really like the actress. I do too. Crown One, have you played Saints Row? I have, actually. Crystal Oath, I wonder, is Gwen alive in Spider-Man PS4? That's a good question. Spermanon, I lost my dog 2 days ago, is what I meant to say. I'm sorry to hear that. I have 2 dogs. I've lost animals. I've lost a dog. I've buried my rabbit. Quite literally, actually. So I'm sorry to hear that. At the same time, what does that have to do with this? If you're emotional, that's fine, but I don't know what to say to that. Teal, Love Waters, fucking Miles. What? What? I don't understand that. Jedi Prime, Tio, I do, and there's one of my favorite Christian rock bands. Nice Christian rock bands. Holy shit. All right. Well, let's see. What else can we talk about? I feel like we've kind of talked about everything I wanted to talk about. Do you guys want to talk about the consults, or? I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I think we've got everything out there, or everything I would want to. Kenzie subs, Mike, I swear if they show Gwen at the end of the Miles game, I'll rage. What about his girlfriend, the Hydro chick, Katie from the comics, LOL. Yeah, I've heard rumors. I didn't, yeah. Does he? I don't know anything about her. Crystal X Oof, we've gotten the TASM suit in the game of the year edition. Really? Are you sure? I don't think we did. Jedi Prime, I remember playing Saints Row 3 with my friend Matthew. I ended up getting it in PS Plus, and me and my brother play it through it a lot. That's cool, man. Back in the day when you used to have the couch 2-player, not the online multiplayer stuff. You had to actually sit in the room with your friend and play the game, or your sibling or something. But yeah, man. I mean, I don't really got much else to say. I feel like I've gotten everything I want to talk about out there. Let me see. Yeah, I think I've gotten everything pretty much out there. Word on the street is that people are getting upset with the PS5. Apparently, oh yeah, okay, yeah. So apparently the Xbox Series X, it's sold out in Japan. So a lot of people are thinking now that Xbox might win the next console war. So that would be interesting. That would be kind of interesting. So we'll see about that. Tio, God, I'm starting to love Amazing Spider-Man. Everything, the movies, more and more compared to when I first saw Garfield as Spider-Man. He really grown on me. That's cool, man. Spider-Man, it was all a joke, but got taken way too seriously. Tio, Jedi Prime, what is your favorite song? Okay. Spider-Man, I'm out. All right, see ya, man. Crystal Oof, I wish we got the TASM suit in the Game of the Year edition. Yeah, I do too. Tio, fucking Invisible Comments, go back to the Invisible Man movie. Jedi Prime, what is your favorite scene from Hancock? My favorite scene from Hancock? That's a good question. It's been a while since I watched that movie. I would say my favorite scene would probably be the very beginning of the movie, where he's just like he's got like a bottle, and he's just like sleeping on the bench, and the kid is like watching the news. He's like poking him. He's like, "Hey, wake up! You gotta go stop that." He's like, what, boy? Bad guys." He's like, "What do you want, a cookie? Get out of my face." So he wakes up and then he goes and he stops him. I like that scene. I think that's a funny scene. I like that scene. Combo King, I'm not sure if you care about this fact, but there's actually a 616 Miles Morales, and he's actually not Spider-Man in the universe, and his personality is the opposite of the ultimate version of Miles. Yes, I didn't read it. I heard about it. Don't remember how that ended, but that's fine. You know, that was probably the most interesting thing they probably have ever done with Miles, honestly. And it was because there was a bad guy version of him or something in the 616. Tio, now a serious question, Mike. What do you think about Fortnite? Oh, we're talking about this now. Okay. You guys have probably heard me talk about this a few times. But right now there is an event going on. There is a Marvel event in Fortnite, and I really like it. I really, really like the event. It's so cool. I love that they have in all these like superpowers for the characters. I love their little events. I love the gameplay is fine. It's a multiplayer game. It's a free multiplayer game. It's a cross-platform game, which is really cool. I'll play the Fortnite game on my PC, and then like my sister will like play it on my PS4, and then like my other sister will play it on the Nintendo Switch, and then like my brother will play it on the Xbox One. And it's kind of cool. It's like Avengers Assemble, motherfuckers. So we got the PC, we got the PS4, we got the Nintendo Switch, and then we got the Xbox One. And then we just all play the game together on that console. We just squat it up, and then that's what we do. Fortnite by itself is fine. I'm kind of getting interested in it. I want to know what the story is. There's a story. There is a story. But there's a reason why they don't talk. There's a reason why there's that little the cloud, the storm. But the game itself is fine. But the event they're doing right now for Marvel is really good. It's really, really good. Like, She-Hulk looks great. She looks exactly how I expect her to look. She looks beautiful. She looks great. Got Storm in there. She looks great. Her hands are a little big, but Storm looks great. Got Iron Man in there. Didn't get Iron Man yet, but I'm gonna. Dr. Doom's in it. That's awesome. Thor, it's so weird seeing him without a beard because I'm so used to him with the beard. Got Mystique in there. That's so cool. She can transform into other people. That's great. The way they have made the game around their powers is so cool. So cool. How do we take a game that we've already made, and how do we take Marvel characters that have already been established, and how do we make that work with our game? That is wonderful. Then they put Blade in the game. There was a Blade thing. You could get Blade. That was awesome. Like I've had more fun with Marvel on a game that's not even a Marvel game than Marvel has given me in the last few years with their games and with their comics and media. That says a lot. That says a lot. But I'll leave it there. I've also thought about doing a Fortnite video for you guys and just kind of show you guys like the characters and what they can do, some of their powers and stuff. We'll see if I ever actually want to do it. It would have to be while the event's still going. The event's going until November. I wonder what the next one's going to be. There's a rumor going around it might be DC or something, but I don't know. If it's DC, cool. If it's not, then I kind of want to spend my coins already and be done with it, because that game admittedly takes up a lot of my life. Because my sister always wants to play it, and I'm just like, oh, okay, sure, fine, whatever. All right, let me go back up. Ethan Blackwell, what are the Xbox exclusives this year? What are the Xbox exclusives? Halo. Halo is a big thing. People are excited for Halo. My brother's excited for Halo. They announced a few other things that are not coming out yet, though. They got like there's like a horror game that's coming out that looks kind of interesting. There's a couple other things. There's a lot of new IPs, so that's good. That's good that they're making new IPs. I think it's about time that we finally start making new IPs for games. So I'm excited about that. But other than that, kind of forgot, actually, if I'm being honest. But at the same time, what's PS5 got? What, God of War? What, Spider-Man PS5? Like, I don't know. That's probably all the ones I can think of off the top of my head right now. So, I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. Crystal X, Batman Arkham Game of the Year versus Spider-Man PS4 Game of the Year. Are we talking about the Arkham Asylum game, or are we talking about Spider-Man PS4? You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna give it to Batman Arkham Game of the Year. Not even gonna think about it. Teal, if you say anything else besides it's shit, I'm gonna go. I'm not gonna go. I'm not going to anything because okay. Kenzie subs. Mike Katie was the girl with dyed red hair, and I believe Hydra held her father captive, so she started working for Hydra and Doctor Doom, aka Miles' girlfriend. They should do Katie instead of Gwen. LOL. Maybe they should. That's a good idea. Kenzie subs. Yes, Mike, I agree. If they give Miles his own love interest, then maybe you like him. Maybe like you, I'll accept him. But still, where's Miguel? Yeah, it's good. Yes, yeah. Where's Miguel? Tio, honestly, my only problem with Miles, my only problem with Into the Spider-Verse is fucking Miles. Yeah, mine too. Kansas subs, yes, Mike, I agreed. I hate Fortnite, but that Marvel event looks awesome. Apparently, they just released Blade yesterday. Yeah, yes, like it's yes, exactly. Like same thing. Honestly, yeah, I agree with you 100%. I didn't really like Fortnite when it first came out. I played it once, and I was like, eh. But then when they did the Marvel event recently, I was like, man, this is actually kind of good, actually. And they got Blade in here. What fucking Blade? It was a big old surprise. Oh, I gotta tell you guys this story. Okay, so my sister we were all playing Fortnite. I died. My sister was still playing. I was watching my big screen behind me right here. She was in the Weeping Woods, and fucking Wolverine comes walking out of the forest. He's fucking staring at Sarah like a fucking, like, I don't know what. He pops out his claws, starts running at her. I'm like, holy shit. Like, because, you know, every time I think of Wolverine, I think of, oh, Wolverine's cool. Until Wolverine's running at you, coming to kill you. then he's scary. That scared me. I was like, holy shit, he's gonna get us. That was so awesome though. That was great. It was that build up, man, to Wolverine coming walking out of the forest behind a tree. Then he sees you and then he pops out the claws, starts running at you. That's fear incarnate. That's fear incarnate. What are you gonna do? Shoot him? I mean, it's a video game, so of course you'll beat him, but still, whew, that was scary. That was funny though. Tio, I'm okay. I'm gonna pretend I didn't hear that you liked Fortnite. I'm gonna go and ask about it. I don't know. What is your reaction on replacing Hugh Jackman as Wolverine? Um, I don't like that. I mean, it's kind of like what Patrick Stewart said. The role and the man have merged. You know, like they're just inseparable at this point. It's so hard to have anyone else play as Wolverine. You know, it's so hard because you know we're used to Hugh Jackman now, and it's like it's perfect. You know, Crystal Oof, did you like Professor Hulk in Endgame? No, I wanted Savage Hulk because when we time traveled back to the first Avengers movie when we saw Hulk, I was like, man, I really want Savage Hulk to beat the hell out of Thanos. I really do. And I didn't get that. Tio, no, Fortnite, you will not lose all the subs from my friends. If you don't say something bad about Little Nightmares before that. Tio, do you think there is a possibility for The Last of Us Part 3? No. I'm gonna just straight up say no. And if they do try, that would be bizarre. But I don't know, man. I really don't see it. I don't see a part 3 happening. I mean, a lot of people say that it might happen. It might happen, but because of how bad the second game was, it might not happen. It just might not happen. Crystal Oof, Horizon Zero Dawn, Ratchet and Clank, God of War, Miles Morales. These are the PlayStation exclusives. Yeah, but I don't really. I mean, Ratchet and Clank is cool, but it's not really my thing. Horizon Zero Dawn is literally on Steam. Uh, God of War, sure. Miles Morales, who cares? So yeah, maybe like one game that I actually cared about there. Other than that, I don't really care. You know, and I've been going back and I've been playing the original God of War games, and God damn, Kratos is so fuck. He's such a dick. I mean, God, all the things that you have to do as Kratos in the original three games. It's like, man, he's such a brute. I think there was this guy who was like holding the lever and like it was keeping me from getting across the bridge. So what do you have to do? You have to go and get Zeus's get Zeus's bolt, and then you gotta throw lightning at the fucking guy and murder him just to get onto the bridge. Like, man, like Kratos is such a dick. Um, I do like the new game though because he at least accept that he was like, yeah, I kind of fucked up type of thing. Uh, Tio, I cannot describe how much I hate that Miles and Gwen are like in love or something. Oh yeah, they also had kids. I mean, like, I'm just come on, you were stealing Peter's best girlfriend. Give this back, Gwen, back, you fucking Miles. Yeah, I know. Kenzie subs, Mike, I saw this meme on Instagram yesterday, and it said, when you realize Fortnite made a better Avengers game, then Square Enix laughed my ass off. LOL, holy shit. Oh, you're right, though. You're absolutely right. That's insane. But it's true. It's so true. Oh my gosh. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Tio, I cannot describe how much I hate that mouse. Oh, you just you just basically said the same thing. Crystal, oof, are they making another Uncharted? I don't think so. No, I don't think so. All right. I don't know. I don't really got much else to say. I feel like we've talked about everything we need to talk about today. So, with that being said, I think I'll leave it here unless you guys have anything else to say. All right here, Jedi Prime. Have you seen a movie called Whiplash with J.K. Simmons? No, I have not. I have not. I think I've heard of it, but I don't think I've seen it. All right, then. With that being said, I'm gonna leave it this here. Thank you guys for watching. This is a good podcast, even though we did have a bit of a heated discussion about some things, and things kind of went south. Um, I'm gonna have to watch. I'm gonna have to watch those two. But to be honest with you, I think I know who exactly I have to kind of punish because again, it's just there's no excuse why that you guys are fighting. It's got to stop. Tio, what they had kids? I just wrote the same thing twice, but yeah, Miles is bitch. I didn't show my last comment. Spoilers. Yeah, they had kids. There was a comic where they did that. Yeah, yeah. You want to step on my Peter Parker's grave anymore, fucking asshole? Comic Book King, do you still think in this day that the graphics on Spider-Man 2 on the PC looks really bad? Well, if I'm being honest, I don't have the original Spider-Man 2 on PC. If you're talking about the PC version of Spider-Man 2, which was really bad, the PC version of Spider-Man 2 is really, really bad. But the gameplay was pretty fun and solid. But the story was completely jank. There was a scene in the PC version of Spider-Man 2 where he's trying to stop the train. Instead of stopping the train crashes. And I'm like, wait, what? That's not what happened. But that was so lame. I was like, you screwed that up. But yeah, the PC version of Spider-Man 2 sucks, but Spider-Man 2 on the PS2 and Xbox is good. Tio, I hate him even more now. Yeah. Yeah, again, you think all my rage is just a big old joke, but no, they keep dancing on Peter Parker's grave, man. They keep dancing on the whole fact that, ooh, look, Miles with Gwen now. It's like, no, man, how about you go fuck off? Like, seriously. Like, him being with Gwen is the worst crime I have ever seen in the comic book industry. But, like, it's not even a joke. And honestly, like I said, if it was not for him getting with Gwen, I probably would have been able to accept him more. But because of that and because of that history, I can't. So then that's probably why I'll never accept him now, because of that. So sun's going down. It's getting late. I'm going to wrap this up here. Thank you guys for watching. And I'm out of here. Up, and away. See you guys.